Hello everybody, this is Shard Create. My name is Shardine. Welcome to the Creative Podcast. Hope you're all doing well and happy Halloween. As you can see, I'm in the Halloween kind of colours today. This is the best that I had really to kind of put on and wear for Halloween. I don't have anything Halloweeny, so I thought I'd put on this dress. If you've been on my channel long enough or followed me on Instagram, it's the Promise Dress by HGDesignsCrochet. The pattern is available if you want it, so if you love granny squares and you want to wear a dress, this is the perfect pattern for you. A quick plug there, I'll show you the dress. It's pretty long. Whoops, my camera is on a swivelly chair. So I use the new Stylecraft colours, the newest Stylecraft colours that came out this year for this dress, as you can see. So let's jump straight into it because I don't actually have a lot to show you today because I've been working specifically mostly on one project and I was pushing so hard for a finish. I wanted to finish it before this month ends, and I finished it yesterday. Like literally, I finished it yesterday and I was so happy. So the pattern that I was working on was the Aria Blanket by Luciette after 24. Now, her original blanket is actually made up of squares, but I decided that I didn't want to do the squares. As you can see, I've been doing a lot of granny square projects recently, and I kind of wanted to take a break from doing some squares, so I just went for the striped blanket instead. I do prefer striped blankets anyway. So what I did is that on her blog there was the option to do it as a trellis stripe, which is the stitch that she used for her sweet pea blanket. So I decided that I was going to use that stitch because I've never done it before, so it would be something new to learn. And I did it as a colour wash because I do like colour wash versions of her blankets. I love how colours just blend into each other. So that's what I did, and I finished it yesterday. So the border was the longest part, and you've heard me say multiple times that I hate the border, and the border was supposed to have 7 rows and I did 5 because I was like, I'm like got so fed up of doing the border, so I was like, let me just do 5. I think it'll work out fine. So let me show you the blanket, and bear in mind it's big. So here we are. I'm not going to get this all in frame, but I will try my best. As usual, I'll probably sling it over my head to make sure you see it all. So here we go. You must think, what a plonker she is doing this to show off the blanket. But I don't have any other way, I'm too small. So as you can see, a lot of rainbow colours. Ooh. And the border, it's like a spiky border. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see that. So I just picked a few of the colours from the blanket to do the border. And it took forever. Because as you can see, it's a big blanket, so you could probably imagine how fed up I was getting of this border. But isn't it fab? It's huge. For a single bed, this is huge. It's long. Like, it's long. It's as long as my double bed, but not wide enough as my double bed. So I'm not sure if the pack is still available on Wool Warehouse, which is where I got it from. There might be more in stock. I have no idea since I bought it, but I bought the yarn pack from Wool Warehouse where all her yarn packs are available. The yarn is Stylecraft Special DK, and I used a 4mm hook for this. So this will go with my other Attic 24 blanket that I finished, the Dahlia one, and my granny stripe blanket. So I'll wash it, then put it safely in a organza bag, because when you order yarn from Wool Warehouse, you have the option to get the yarn in organza bags, which I love. It's great for storing. So I'm gonna wash it, put it in in an organza bag, gosh, it's so hard to say, and store it away. So it's out the way. I keep getting asked, like, what are you going to do with the blankets? Like, you're making these big ones. And I'm like, I'm going to keep them. Because these are so big and wonderful and amazing, and I put so much time into them, I don't really want to give these kind of blankets away. They're definitely something that I want to have more as a keepsake, and like maybe eventually when I have kids, those would be the kind of times that I'd love to pull these blankets out and get use out of them. So I'm kind of preparing now, really, aren't I? Better sooner rather than later. I'm already getting old. Oh yeah, I'll talk about next month in a bit, actually. Speaking of getting old, so that is the striped version of the Aria Blanket by Lucy at Attic 20. I will link her blog below. Behind now, that's the project that I've been working on pretty much for the past month and a half or so. Around about, that's how long I've been working on that blanket for. So I haven't really been working on much else, but I did have a new start because I jumped for my sister. I think I've talked about this before, and I did make a. So I'm not too far in it, but I did make a start, and it'll probably be something that I'll kind of focus on in a bit more. I said to her that if I can't get it done by our birthday, which is next month, I'll try for Christmas instead. So I don't think I'll get it done by our birthday because I'll have to try and find a way to send it up to Manchester where she lives. So we'll see. But got it right here. This is the Gotta Have It cable jumper. I have made myself a brown one that I've shown before. I'm doing her one in like a grey colour. I don't have the yarn label here, but it is a Hayfield. It is a Hayfield Aran yarn. I will put it below what the yarn's called and the colour. But this is the front panel. Is it the right way? Yes. This is the front panel. So the front panel is just like cables up the front. The back panel doesn't have any cables, and then it's just plain sleeves as well. So I'm getting there. I think I'll probably be doing the shaping soon for the shoulders. Yeah, I think I'll be doing the shaping soon for the shoulders. I'm not too far. But yeah, I'll be working on that. I'll be doing the front panel, then the back panel, and then the sleeves. I've got 2 balls of this yarn, and they're 400 grams. And I'm using a 5mm hook for this pattern. So that's probably what I'm going to be working on for a while. I did pull out another old project because I do have a list of projects that I've started and not finished, and this one was the nearest one that I thought I'd put some time into. It's a C2C blanket, and it's a C2C Join As You Go. I didn't know this was a thing until I looked it up, and I thought, this is pretty cool. I can just pick this up as and when, and I picked it up sometime last week, and I was like, oh, I remember how to do this. So I'll probably be working on this a bit more also because I do have plenty of yarn for it. I have no idea how big I'm going to make it, but I guess I'll see as I go. So this is the blanket. That's the front. So I'm doing it like a is it checked or gingham? One of the two. I think gingham's the word. So this is what I've done so far. And I did these 3 squares within the last week. I've just added these 3. So you kind of just like join from the corner, make your square, end it at the top corner, and then bind off and keep going. This is currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at the bottom. I don't know how far I'm going to extend that. I think I'll probably go until I get close to running out of yarn. I also have no idea how to do a border on a C2C blanket. I've never done a border on a C2C project before, or even like finished a C2C project blanket or anything like that. So I mean, it could be fine without a border, but I think it will probably need one. so I'll probably do like a plain border or something, but this one is going to be easy to pick up and go because it's just join as you go, really. And I actually really like it. So the yarn I'm using for this is Hobbycraft's the Women's Institute yarn in DK, and I'm using a 4mm hook for this also. So it kind of, I wouldn't say it works up quickly, but it's once you get your head around which way and where to join and which direction your C2C should be going in, it's actually quite easy. I definitely want to do more gingham stuff because I love gingham. I want to do a red gingham. I know Coralie Creative on Instagram. Her name has literally gone out of my head. It's been so long that since I've spoken to her. But Coralie Creative on Instagram and YouTube. She has a red gingham blanket that I absolutely love, and it's a granny square. And I don't know why I haven't done that yet because red is like my color. Red is like my thing. So maybe in the future I will do a red gingham blanket similar to hers in the granny square version, or I might do the C2C instead. I don't know yet, but for now I'm going to work on this one because it's fabulous. Don't know what I'm going to do with this blanket though. No idea. Maybe gift it to someone. I don't know. I haven't thought that far yet. I just like making things for the sake of making things. Probably why I have no space for yarn and such. Just make all the things. Oh, okay. So finally, the last project I think I'm going to be working on is sock knitting. Wow, but I got the urge to get back in. So I did make a start, and then I got to the hill, and I was like, I'll take a break. So I'm gonna pull these back out because I'd like to be able to finish my first pair of socks. Be cool. Even if I just do one sock, it's more and then I'll just keep working on it, and I think it'll be something I can get used to. But I definitely really want to get back into trying to knit socks. I know people knit shawls. I've seen some amazing shawls, like for example Jessie Marie does stuff, who's a floss tuber. She does some shawl knitting and her shawls are beautiful, and I don't know how to knit like that. I can do your basic knit, stitch and purl stitch. I know how to do a bit of cabling, but it's been so long since I've properly done knitting that I'm not very good. And I'm a slow knitter as well, like the way I hold my thread and like throw the yarn around the needle. It's like a very slow technique. I can't do it very fast, so I probably put a lot more strain on my hands doing knitting the way I do. But I definitely think it's something in the future that I'd like to be able to do, like knitting socks and shawls. So I think maybe like jumpers. Like I saw like on my YouTube. I saw on my feed some a knitter who was knitting a jumper, and I was like, that's amazing. Like I want to be able to do that. Like it was so cool. Like I think it's like a traditional jumper or something like that, but it was really cool. So I definitely want to try and get back into knitting because I did enjoy it when I was younger, and I did do it even if it was just basic knit stitches. But I'm gonna get back into it. So let me show you where I last stopped. I was working on the Winwick Mum sock along or knit along. I think it was sock along, which is basically learning how to knit a basic pair of socks. So this is the yarn I'm using, basic sock yarn, but I know the brand is pretty good from what I know. Sock knitting. And this is how far I got last time. So as you can see, I started doing the what was it, the heel. So I'm not too far. So I've got the knit 2 purl 2 calf. I did like mess it up a little bit, but you won't be able to see. And then I've got like the leg, and I started doing the cuff on the DPN method, or however it is. I do have my circular needle tucked in there, as you can see, it's right there. I like to knit so in the round. I found it a lot easier. I didn't really want to do DPNs because it just meant needles everywhere, and I'm prone to like poking myself and being a bit careless. So circulars were a lot easier for me, and because I have small hands as well, I felt like it was a lot easier for me to hold small circulars instead. So I'm going to take this out and work on that here and see if I can do it, because I know it's typically the hardest part, it's the part that people struggle with the most. So I think once I get it, I'll be alright. So I might as well just give it a go anyways. So yeah, I think I'll be getting these back out this weekend and having a try. So that's everything I have to share with you today in terms of projects and whips. I do have another project that I plan to start next week. Hopefully, if the yarn arrives next week, it should. I saw on Instagram, I can't remember her name, I'm very forgetful, I'm sorry. I'll put her name below. On Instagram, a skull jumper, and it was like red jumper with like the white skull. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I have to make that. That is my jumper. And so I ordered a pattern and I ordered some yarn. So once I get the yarn, I'll be sharing that with you in my next video. So speaking of my next video, next month, or literally tomorrow, is the start of my birthday crowd. I have made a video about this. I've talked about it a little bit on my Instagram. I'm not very good at like doing promoting things, and I haven't like done big like, cause I'm not really like, I don't really know how to do that very well. I'm not very like, yeah. But next month is my birthday. So I'm hosting a hashtag Shards birthday crowd, which means Shards birthday create along. And for this crowd, I want everyone to work on projects that make them happy. Putting it bluntly, we've had a bit of a shit year. As blunt as I'm gonna put it. So much has happened, with like COVID and just a lot of things in general, a lot of loss and hurt and pain and sadness and anxiety and depression and stuff like that. So I want people to work on projects that make them feel good, that make them happy, and try and spread some positivity and joy. So from the 1st of November, throughout November, if you want to take part in this hashtag, just whatever you're working on, if it's a project that makes you feel good, use the hashtag and share. I want to see all the things. It doesn't have to be just crochet or cross stitch. It could be literally anything creative: drawing, coloring, designing, dressmaking, sewing, creative writing, whatever you can think of that's creative. I want to see that all over my Instagram feed. So if you want to get involved throughout the month of November, whenever you want to post something that makes you happy, that's creative, use that hashtag. I will be keeping a close eye on the hashtag and following everyone's posts. If I don't follow you, you might get a follow back, because I love following all kinds of people and seeing all the different things that are out there in terms of creativity, and just sharing the joy and happiness in our hobbies, which I think that we need. So on Instagram, use the hashtag Shards birthday prowl. I'll put it below so you can see it. It's a bit wordy, so I'll make sure to put it below so you can use that hashtag on Instagram. So that is it from me. You will most likely see me quite a bit throughout this month. I may be posting smaller videos, like little updates, or on my Instagram when I'm working on different things. I'll be posting a lot more. So I hope to see you on Instagram, sharing your projects. And yeah, I'm looking forward to I would say I'm looking forward to my birthday, but to be honest, I'm not doing anything. I I don't really enjoy celebrating my birthday much anymore. If I'm honest, like I feel like I've reached that age. I'm gonna be 28, and I feel old as heck. I have back problems, knee problems. My memory is crap. Some people think I'm an old lady because I like to sit at home and crochet and do my hobbies, but then they also forget that I love video games and I'm a gamer, which also means that I sit indoors most of the day and not do much. But I guess in these times I can kind of get away with it. So I'm done blabbering. Uh, I hope to see you all soon. I hope you're all well and taking care of yourself and being kind to yourself. And happy Halloween!